Hey guys, welcome back to the Shipmate YouTube channel. In this episode, I'm going to be telling you how to count inventory so that way you can do your own inventory stock take and make sure that your counts are correct. Check out this episode. So guys, in this episode, I really want to show you guys how to count inventory, give you guys a couple tips and tricks of the trade, and, really count everything down from individual units to cases to pallets, to bulk inventory storage. Show you the whole array of, quantities and how you count them quickly and efficiently. So guys, let's get started. So the first thing that I want to count down here, I have in one of our standard bin sizes, is I got some coin purses. Now the reason why we're going to be counting coin purses is because they come in a small box and there's a ton of them in that box. And when they get broken out and put into a bin or something like that, they're stored as individual units because you can store a lot of them in a very small space. So because of this, we count them on the individual unit level. So let's begin. Okay guys, so I got my coin purses in front of me. So one of the tricks when you're counting a lot of units, like individual units, like there might be 100, 200, 300 of these, is to group them up. So I like to group things in 5s and 10s when I'm counting, just because it's a lot easier to do it that way than it is to remember to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to save you a lot of time and it's going to make your count more accurate. So guys, this is what I mean when I say that. So I'm going to take 5 at a time. So I got 5 coin purses here, make one pile and set them aside. Then I'm going to get 5 more coin purses, make another pile. And so on, till I get through the whole quantity. And what you're going to be left with, kind of like first grade math, is a remainder. So I got 4 stacks of 5 and a remainder of 4. So I got 24 coin purses right here in front of me. So now I know exactly how many coin purses I have. So whether I have 100, 200, 300, this works for me when I'm counting individual units. I just lay them out in stacks of 5 or 10. Really simple, really quick, really efficient way of counting individual units. So guys, the next thing I want to get into is counting cases. So when you order inventory and it comes on a pallet, or you got a bunch of boxes, 10, 20, 30 boxes of something, and you want to know how you're going to count that. So as we know, each box has a set quantity in the inside. And the good news about this is usually this quantity is consistent. This is known as a case pack. So if your items are in a standard case pack, it's very easy to count a lot of boxes and a lot of cases of them very quickly. If the case packs are not consistent, you're going to have to count each individual unit using the method I showed before. So guys, let's get started with this example over here. So I got a little over a half pallet right now of some extension cords. And we want to know how many extension cords are on this pallet. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to grab a sample case. Now the reason you grab a sample case is you want to make sure whatever labeling is on the box is correct. So for example, this box tells me that there are 2 extension cords in here. Now, unless I get some eyes on here, I can't confirm that. So I'm going to open it up, and I'm going to count how many units are in this box. So I have 1, 2. So I have 2 units per case. So this method works whether you have 2 units, 8 units, 16 units, 24 units, 144 units. We now know what's in the case. Since we know how many are in this case, all we have to do is multiply the number of units inside that one case by the number of boxes on this pallet. Now, there is a quick shortcut for doing this. If you know what the block formation of the boxes are, you can count a pallet very quickly. So for example, a full layer is what I call a block. And this pallet right here happens to be 18 boxes in each layer on this pallet. And we have 4 layers. 4 times 18 is 72. 72 plus the remaining 3 means we have 75 boxes on this pallet that we know have 2 units in them each. That means we have 150 extension cords on this pallet. Hey, we're going to head upstairs next and we're going to show you how to count multiple pallets with multiple cases on them that all contain a bunch of units. So we're going to show you how you can do a stock take in real life and keep control of your merchandise no matter how much merchandise you have. Let's go. Hi-ho, silver and away! Okay guys, time for the main event. We're going to be counting all these toilet brushes behind me. There are thousands of them. So guys, just like before, you're going to want to cut one box open and make sure that the count is what it says it is. So in this case, there's 48 toilet brushes per box. And I know that because, I've sold this product and, cut this product out a few times. So I know that the boxes are consistent from when I check them in. What you want to do here is you want to do the same thing we did downstairs, which is when you multiply the number of cases times the number of units per box. So what you got to do is, once again, we got to go back to our block. So I know each one of these pallets is 6 block, meaning there are 6 boxes per layer. So there are 5 layers of 6 boxes per layer. There are 30 cases per pallet. We got 2 full pallets and a partial. That means that we have 68 boxes. 30 plus 30 plus 8. We have 68 cases of 48. All you got to do is multiply together the number of cases times the number of units. So we got 68 times 48, which is 3,264. So we got 3,264 toilet brushes behind me. Another way you can do this besides just multiplying the total number of cases is you can figure out how many there are per pallet and then multiply that by the number of pallets. So for example, 30 times 48 is 1440. So there are 1,440 toilet brushes per full pallet here. And then you can use the remaining couple boxes, do some simple math, and still arrive at the final answer. So either way you do it, you're going to be able to count an extremely large quantity very fast. So for me to count all 3,264 of these toilet brushes, it can only take a couple seconds to a minute max, because I'm able to just quickly count the number of cases, multiply it by the number of units inside. I was able to use blocking as well as just some simple multiplication to figure out how many cases per pallet, figure out how many pallets I have and how many cases I have. Just do some simple multiplication, get to my final answer. And I can count this entire warehouse by, just doing that simple multiplication. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you can do me a favor, give us a like, give us a subscribe, share us with your friends and family. We'd really appreciate it. We're trying to get to that 1,000 subscribers and we need your help. Thank you guys for watching and tune in next week.